First, you want to start off with your chocolate. So the Candy Quick brand is a very affordable brand that can be found in any local supermarket for about $5 or sometimes even less. It also melts very easily. Putting all of your toppings into cupcake wrappers makes them easy to get to. You can start with things like colored sugars, gold or silver luster dust. Then I also have some chopped up Snickers, red velvet cookies chopped up, almonds, M&Ms, coconut, pineapple, which go together, some York peppermint patties, and some cookies and cream bars. All these are chopped up into small pieces so they can fit onto our strawberries. Now for the pineapple and coconut, we're going to add some Malibu rum and some pipettes to our strawberries for an extra little treat. This is very simple. I found these pipettes at our local cake supply store for a couple of dollars for a pack of 20. So that'll go into those strawberries to make kind of like a pina colada strawberry. So first you want to start with melting our chocolate. Now the great thing about the Candy Quick brand is that it comes in a microwavable tray. You can just put the whole tray in your microwave for 1 minute. You're going to give it a stir and make sure that it's completely melted. While you're waiting, you can also get your sill pad ready. I suggest putting it on a baking sheet to make it easy to stick in the fridge. A mug that's got a deep depth makes it easy to dip your strawberries. Here's our melted chocolate, so I'm just using a little butter knife to see if it's all melted. And as you can see, there are still some chunks that aren't melted in there. If you have this happen to you, just stick the tray back in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between each one until your chocolate is fully melted. Do not leave it in there for longer than 30 seconds at a time. You do not want your chocolate to melt. Burn. You do not want your chocolate to burn. So here's our chocolate. It is completely melted and ready to go. We're going to pour our chocolate into our mug. So this mug is tall and deep so that we can get the most chocolate in it and dip our strawberries. You want to make sure that your strawberries have been thoroughly cleansed, rinsed off, and dried. You do not want anything wet on these strawberries. They must be dry before you dip. In order to dip your strawberries, the best way I like to do it is to pull up all of the greenery on the top. Be careful, you do not want to pull them off. Then you want to dip your strawberry in as far as you can go without getting it on your fingers. Rub it against the side of your mug and let the excess fall back into the mug. Give it a quick twirl and place it on your sill pad. Then you can add any of your toppings. Here I'm just adding some chopped up Chips Ahoy red velvet cookies. You can add as much or as little as you like. I think that adding a good bit of toppings to each strawberry gives you a lot of flavor in each bite. Each strawberry is usually about 2 bites for the larger ones, and the smaller ones are about 1 bite. If you find that any of your pieces aren't staying on, you might want to give it a moment to start to cool off because your chocolate might be a little too hot, and then you can add some more pieces that should stick properly. So we're going to do this again. Just pull up all of our greenery very gently so that we don't break any of it off. Then you're going to dip your strawberry once again into the chocolate up to your fingers, but not getting your fingers in. Rub it against the side of your mug or cup until the excess falls off. Give it a quick little twirl to get that excess on there, and then sit it on your sill pad. Now for this one, this is our pina colada strawberry, which actually is also great with the white chocolate that Candy Quick makes. So we're just adding some sweetened coconut pieces, and this is actually dried pineapple, not fresh pineapple. Make sure you're using dried. You don't want the extra moisture from fresh pineapple getting into your chocolate because then it won't set. So you're going to add some of this dried pineapple. Not too much, but just enough so they're getting a really good burst of that flavor in these strawberries. And then once again, if your toppings are not staying on, you might want to give it a moment to start to cool off and then push them into the chocolate. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and show you how to make your pipettes, which is very, very simple. So for this I'm going to do 1 pipette per strawberry. It's up to you. I've also done 2 before. Just pour a little bit of your Malibu or your alcohol of choice into the cap or a small container. Take your pipette, squeeze the bottom tightly, put it into your liquid, and suck it up into the pipette. And there you have it. So we're going to set that to the side, and later on we'll stick that into our completed pina colada strawberries. So here are all of our strawberries completed, and here's our pina colada ones. Like I said, we're going to add 1 pipette per strawberry. So find the top part where you have some strawberry flesh showing and gently push it into your strawberry. Be careful not to squeeze your pipette. You don't want to lose any of that precious alcohol. Now to cool these quickly, I did set mine into the fridge for about 5 minutes. That's why I suggest putting them onto a baking sheet. It makes it easier to put them in the fridge. These 2 are going to be our golden strawberries. So we have gold luster dust. Technically, some people will tell you not to use this. It is completely non-toxic. Though it's not considered edible, it's no more harmful than a child eating a crayon. And it has no flavor whatsoever. So this is a makeup brush that has never been used for anything but my gold luster dust. And you just brush it on a little bit at a time until you cover your strawberry completely. They also make these luster dust in different colors that you can use to make all different shades of metallic strawberries. If you get any extra on there, just brush it in and it blends in very easily. And it doesn't take much of this, just a very little bit at a time brushed on. And they have a beautiful sheen to them. Now for the box, since this is supposed to be an affordable trick, we're going to do what we can find at Dollar Tree. These boxes are actually the t-shirt or lingerie boxes found at Dollar Tree, but you can also buy the dessert boxes from Walmart from the Wilton brand for $4, which I think are actually more sturdy. With these, I had to tape the corners to make them stay open, and they were a little bit too big for just a dozen. But if you're putting more than a dozen strawberries in here, I definitely recommend these Dollar Tree boxes because you're getting 3 for $1. The Wilton ones at Walmart actually have a tray that you can pull out and a window on the top, so it makes for a really great little treat. But this is an affordable tutorial, so it's your choice. I like to put mine also inside of mini cupcake liners just to add a little bit of extra pizzazz to them. If you are using this box and you have some extra space and you want to make it pretty, you could also put some pretty tissue paper down into the bottom of the box just to kind of brighten up the inside of that box. It does look a little bit plain with the gray. And then you're going to add your strawberries into each of the liners. And if they're really big, which some of them are also just large strawberries with a lot of toppings on them, just spread the liner out some and then make them fit. And I like to add these in and try not to put 2 of the same strawberries next to each other so it looks like you have more variety. And just kind of spread them out. Find out where they go. It's kind of like a puzzle. And for these toppings, you can really use anything that you like. I tend to have a large variety of toppings at my disposal because of the cakes that I make, which are considered over-the-top cakes, and I have lots of cookies and candies available, so I just chop them up and use them for my strawberries, or it depends on what my honey or my customer likes. You can also, they can suggest things or request things. So here we have them all in that box, and that's basically it, guys. And next thing you know, you can just put the lid on and add a pretty ribbon, which you can also find various ribbons at the Dollar Tree. Here's a blue ribbon I found at Dollar Tree for this customer since it was for her fiance. Another option is also to pick up these beautiful silver trays from the Dollar Tree and place all of your strawberries on a silver tray to give to your honey.